What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. is teaching dancing with fists with Chris Eubank Jr. Of course, you know Chris Eubank Jr. is in isolation with Roy Jones Jr. in a very precise training camp. And it looks like Chris Eubank Jr. is learning a lot from Roy Jones. I think Roy Jones is teaching him, is helping him perfect his own style of fighting. You know, I think that Chris Eubank Jr. has always been somewhat of a hybrid of a fighter, but an incomplete fighter at the same time. He's learned different things from different areas, but he hasn't done one particular style very well. Because if you can remember, he was in Mayweather, then he grew up in New York, then he went back to the UK. You know what I mean? So he spent a lot of times in the US, and I think his mother is from the USA, I believe. I could be wrong, but he has a lot of American ties over here. Now he's with Roy. Before he was with Floyd Sr., and he was learning the crossover, but now he's learning how to dance as he punches, like Roy was good at doing. And when you dance, dancing is just good for footwork. As you guys remember, film, we had Rocky 3. Rocky, Apollo taught Rocky how to dance, how to use his foot movement instead of plot, okay? It's good to stay on your feet because you can exit, you can pivot, you can transition, and you can use that, your footwork, to be successful. And that's exactly what Roy's doing, and I think Roy's very impressed. And another person that I'm really proud of as is himself. Roy Jones Jr., I think, has found his niche for training. I think before he didn't really want to commit to it 100% because he still had his own personal goals and inner demons to fight out or whatnot. And maybe his ego, or, because Roy was one of the best. So, yes, he had an ego too, So I think now he has it out of his system, and he's now content with showing what he has to offer to other fighters. It's one of the most selfless things that you can ever do as a legend. And I think he's doing that with Roy Jones, Juan Pascal, other fighters that he's trained. And I honestly think that Chris Eubank Jr. has a lot of potential. I don't think it's power. I think he needs more than that power. The combination punches, the the things that he does in the ring. I think it was a beautiful transition watching him throw combinations and then returning back to, eluding out, then coming back in, transitioning back in. It was very good to see. His footwork is getting a lot better, that I can tell. And some stuff he needs to work on, because actually when they were dancing, because he was using the rhythm, he was off a little bit. Me counterpunching, he was off a little bit, but he's looking like he's doing very well down there in Florida, and I hope he continues to grow. And he's already calling out guys like Golovkin and Billy Joe and guys like that. So I hope he is underestimated so he can show people what Roy Jones Jr. has taught him. And what he's teaching him, I think, is everything. I think he's teaching him, what he needs to learn, what's better for him in the style that he has, And Chris Eubank looks good because he's a gym rat anyway. If he wasn't in the boxing gym, I think Chris Eubank Jr. would be somewhere lifting weights or something like that. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think. I'll leave the link below. Let you guys check out the video of these two dancing with fists, practicing with Roy Jones Jr., Chris Eubank Jr., perfecting. So you guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.